Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to share one more very interesting Tableau developer interview. So this was a pretty interactive interview and there were different concepts has explored into this interview. So if you are looking for interview preparation, I would say consider watching this video and make a note of different questions has been asked into the interview. Although I was not able to answer all the questions perfectly, but you can do a bit research about it and prepare for your own interview. So I'm going to share the interview now. Like the video, share your thoughts into the comment section and subscribe to my channel.
That we have.
Mm-hmm.
We have a plan to migrate this to Tableau Cloud. So that's why we need help, the expertise from you, Askai, to help us in the reviewing the current Tableau. You will be
Mm-hmm.
working together with another consultant and also our engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and then help us to analyze or and also migrate. Actually, the goal is to for this project is to migrate the Tableau to the new platform. So that's about the project itself. And then can I know let me discuss about you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what is your experience in Tableau, Askai?
Yeah, so I hold overall 8 years of experience in the Tableau, and I have worked in the different domains like the networking, then retail and e-commerce domain for the different customers. So in a nutshell, I am good at developing the SQL queries to develop the Tableau reports at the front end, and I had worked on the Tableau desktop to develop a report absolute from the scratch and publish it to the Tableau server by assigning a different user level access to different groups and the teams. So in the day-to-day activity, what I do is I just understand the business requirement, what client is asking about on the Tableau site, and I just collect all the necessary information to do that task. So based on that information, if there is a dependency with another team like DevOps team or some backend team, I take a help from them to get the things done from the backend to get the data ready. And I also worked on the developing the ETL pipeline to bring the data from
Mhm.
all the way from the server side to the Tableau server. And then I also have good understanding of how to extract the full load the extract on the Tableau server and run the full refresh and the incremental refresh based on the requirement, and make sure if the refresh are all up to date so that end user can get a fresh data and fresh dashboards whenever they access the report. And in addition to this, I have also worked on the optimization part of the Tableau, where the user face some runtime issue or some calculation misbehave issue whenever the data volume fluctuates or not loaded properly, they get incorrect figures. So I had worked on the reducing the overall volume of the data and manipulating the existing calculations like fixed LOD and include LODs to um, make alternative calculation to avoid unnecessary processing time to load the dashboard. So that's what I have done so far. And I also love to learn a new technology. Like in my recent project, there was a requirement to develop the Azure NiFi pipeline because the client had their existing NiFi pipeline and he wanted to do some additional changes into backend data. But there was no one to do it uh, for on priority. So I just picked up that task and led. So I completed that task within 15 days of time span and deliver the final BI solution with the client. So yeah, this is what in a nutshell I am doing.
Okay, good. Good to know about you. And I would like to know, have you got experience with the Tableau Cloud before?
Yeah,
All right.
whatever
So,
reports I'm sharing is on the Tableau cloud, and there are different user groups associated with the project, and I'm assigning a specific permission based on the user level to those users on the Tableau cloud side.
all right. So, can you tell me the difference between Tableau on-premise and Tableau Cloud?
Tableau on Prime is having some data storage limitations. It is specifically stored and managed by an organization, but when it comes to Tableau Cloud, it is fully stored and managed by the other services, and it is stored into the cloud server. It is not fully managed by the organization. And the report loading part, when it comes to Tableau on-prem, there is a limitation on the data volume, like 25 GB of data max we can access the dashboard, but in the Tableau Cloud we have a huge flexibility to do so. And in terms of security, Tableau Cloud is a plus point compared to Tableau on-prem.
What can I not look? Don't be like a field tester. To be honest, I'm not. I'm still. I want to know about Tableau Cloud. I don't know about the.
Mm-hmm.
I only know Tableau on premise. I'm still learning it. So
Mm-hmm.
you said is there is a. You said there is a advantage in the Tableau security for the Tableau Cloud. Can you tell me more about the Tableau security for that one?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yeah. So you mentioned that in Tableau Cloud
Mm-hmm.
we have more advantage in the security. Is it correct? You say?
More flexibility to access report, like doesn't, yeah, it have more flexibility where the data size is high or low compared to Tableau on-prem.
Okay. So, okay, but tablet code, it means if we need Tableau Bridge, is it correct?
It depends on the infrastructure. Let's say if the target data is present in different private network, and
Yeah.
in
So,
that case
okay.
Tableau Cloud cannot access the data from the another private network, so we need a Tableau
Mm,
bridge to pull the data from the private network, like target private network, and it can deliver that to Tableau Cloud. So in that case we use Tableau bridge to, it
right.
is act as a
Okay, good.
middleman between the two different networks, like a private network and a Tableau network.
All right. Okay, so for example, like this, I have a case now. I have a issue with the when loading or refreshing data um, from our server,
Mm-hmm.
data warehouse to the Tableau on premise. Do you think it's 250 million of record will be easy to transfer in the Tableau cloud?
Okay, so what I understood is we have the Tableau on-prem and having some refresh issue with it.
Yeah, at the moment it's just performance is takes 6 hours. So we
Correct.
have a big table,
Mm-hmm.
and then we need to reload. We cannot do the incremental, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
because it's as I know the Tableau, the way Tableau refresh
Mm-hmm.
is like this. You know, if we want to incremental, we need to add the table, and we need to increase add the number, right?
Yeah.
But the issue is the data that happen, the data we keep adding the data, right? But we need to refresh the data back to 2 months or 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we cannot do like incremental. We need to like a do full load. Unfortunately, that you cannot do like a chunk. Hey, can you delete back to 2 months? Is it correct?
No, Tableau can either run incremental or can run full refresh.
A full refresh, it means if we want to update, let's say like this, we have 1 year of data now in Tableau.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1 year data. And then the running month, the data is always updating. The last 2 months data is keep
Correct.
updating. Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So the only way we need to refresh this report, this data source, is do the full refresh,
Correct.
full extract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we cannot do incremental. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but the issue is the data is like a big data. It's like a 200 million, more than 200 million.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't. Is it correct? We don't have any choice. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
where,
we need to full refresh. Yeah.
yeah, we need to run the full refresh in that case.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So do you think this one the performance will be better if we include in the Tableau into the Tableau cloud?
Yeah, the performance can jump up when it switched to Tableau Cloud, because the overall performance and the bandwidth, where if we consider the on-prem we have a limited pipeline, but when it comes to cloud, the data processing go fast compared to Tableau Prime. So in that way, we will get dashboard loaded in low time compared to on-prem dashboard.
Okay. I have another question. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. I've been there's a tip in my tongue actually. Oh, okay, I remember now. So in the Tableau, we had the moment we have role level security guys. So have you implemented that one before?
Row level security, right?
Yeah, role level security, yes.
Yes, I have implemented on my couple of projects, like on my last and current organization also. So, like on my last organization, I used to prepare a sales report, like it was for inventory management for a corporate customer, and I used to share with the a VP where the sales team, like sales manager from the different region, used to access the same dashboard. So I
Yeah.
had assigned a row level security of each sales manager based on the regions they are belongs to. So that way, whoever belongs to like America region, he was able to access the details into the dashboard based on America only. He was not able to
Mm,
access some other regions. So it was for the user ID group I had created, and one more I had created for the stakeholder with around 120 people were there across the globe. So I created the groupings over there. So I just assigned the groups to a specific region based on the user, like users belong to which group, he will be able to access the respective dashboard. I mean the same dashboard, but the records will be the records belongs to that region only where he was belong to.
okay. And then how about in the Tableau cloud,
Mhm.
can we still using the Active Directory group for the security?
We have option to do so, we have the site level and license level, like each user have different level of license and different level of access. So based on that, we can assign the user either to group, or we can assign individual level of access to the client based on the creator or explorer, whoever it belongs to in the cloud. So it is the same
So
functionality we have in cloud. Mhm.
exactly the same like on premise, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious, and also I want to ask about the performance
Mm-hmm.
when refreshing the data, right? Do you think still because it's
Mm-hmm.
in on-premise, the environment can it's only one, right? In one environment, in data warehouse and also in the Tableau is
Mm-hmm.
in one environment, so should be no problem. But in the cloud, what we worry is we have the two constraints, right? I mean, one is to depend on the Tableau bridge,
Mm-hmm.
and the Tableau bridge it will be transfer the data to the cloud while extracting data from data warehouse. Do you think this one will be have a problem?
No, it
Will be slower? For example, now, yeah, for example, now we have the Tableau report or data source that we load maybe around 15 minutes. But how about in the cloud? Do you think this one will be increase more or will be remaining the same?
in terms of the total refresh time, you're saying, right?
Yeah, the period to loading, refresh. For example, if
Mm-hmm.
now we have a report, for example, only require 15 minutes
Mm-hmm.
to refresh one data sources. But when we load to the Tableau, will the refresh time is increase or remaining the same or even better?
It total depends on the overall size of data. If the size is same, then definitely on the cloud it will having the more resources available compared to on-prem, so it will take less time to refresh the overall
Okay.
data.
All right. This is about refreshing Tableau.
Mm-hmm.
Um, have you have experience to refresh programmatically? For example, after you finish the pipeline, you
Mm-hmm.
trigger the Tableau refresh. Have you done it before?
Yeah, I had done and encountered many errors also, like user level. Like I had no access level. I was creator and explorer, and I just ran the full refresh. Like I was not aware. Like I have to raise a special access. It was the very first project of mine, and I got. It was ran initially, but eventually it ended up with the wrong user intervention, and the extract was failed. So definitely need a admin level of access to run the full refresh or the incremental refresh. And the second one is with the, if any data type issue happened in the backend, then it throws the error while refreshing the data, and it pop-ups like to please check the backend connectivity, and if it is still persist or fixed, try to redo a full refresh or manual refresh. So I think that kind of issue I had encountered a couple of times.
No, I mean, sorry. Have you trigger the refresh time from the your pipeline because or
Aha,
programmatically?
got you. Ah, you
For
might saying
example,
the
after
auto
you
refresh on the specific date or time
yeah
in the pipeline.
yeah for
Yeah.
not the schedule, but
Mm-hmm.
after the your ETL packet is complete,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
have you done the refresh programmatically? For example, there is a met. Have
Mm-hmm.
you working in the Matillion or data integration before, like ETL packets before? Or for
I
example, SSIS, Informatica, or whatever,
I
or
had
what? And
mm-hmm. Got you. So I had worked on the SSRS and the Ultrix, like not worked on the Informatica here. So whenever I push the extract, like whatever data has been generated through ETL process, and finally I pushed that as an extract to the Tableau server. So I ran the first extract I did manually to run the full refresh, and later on the same place I schedule it on the specific period of time. Like I just set the specific time into Tableau server itself, so when the times come it auto refresh the data. But in addition to that, I also make sure the extract ETL server has fresh data itself to load into the Tableau. So that schedule I done prior to the scheduling of the Tableau. Like the prior day, the ETL server will refresh the data, and the very next day, Tableau server will pull out the data, refresh data from the ETL side.
okay, no, what I mean is this one is the schedule not exist in the Tableau.
Mm-hmm.
Or not, I mean, not control by Tableau,
Mm-hmm.
but control from the ETL packets. Have
Mm,
you done it before?
uh, I'll I'll check for that. Like I have not done that
Okay, that's
specifically.
all right. That's all right. I
Yeah.
just want to know
Mm-hmm.
because it's a we have many report.
Mm-hmm.
It's triggered by the our ETL packets
Mm-hmm.
using actually we using type command prompt
Into
actually.
Tableau.
So yeah, so the command prompt we use the command prompt to trigger the Tableau extract refresh. So it means after we got the data from the source, we
Mm-hmm.
do the transformation
Mm-hmm.
and automatically trigger the Tableau refresh. So we don't have a sometimes is we cannot control how long the transformation has happened, right? Can
Correct.
be sometimes it's half an hour, sometimes it's more than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot predict. So that's why the reason is we need to we have ability to refresh the data straight away after the data is extracted. At the moment, we're using the command prompt,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just curious how we do it in Tableau Cloud actually. Okay, no problem. So
Is there any
maybe you
command?
can check that.
I think is there
There
any
is there
API or
is
command type that automatically sends message to Tableau Cloud to run the refresh for this particular extract?
and that's what I want to find out
Uh-huh.
actually for the Tableau Cloud. I do it in Tableau on premise.
Uh-huh.
I can use this. I can using Tableau using the command prompt for on-premise, but I don't know how I do it in Tableau because I'm just curious if you are really experienced.
Yeah, I'll look
All
for
right, no
that.
problem.
It's a great point.
All right, 5 minute left actually. So, do you have any question about this? Do you have any question?
I I have good understanding of the role, and I think it is a quite interesting project for me to get a good uh, learning and exploring the different areas of Tableau. So yeah, I have no question at the moment. I will wait for the
Okay.
feedback.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay. I think that's all, Askai. Thank you. Nice to meet you. And have a great day. Then.
yeah, you too have a great day.
Take care.
Thank you, bye bye.
Thank you.